Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to day 10 of the 12 days of Christmas. I'm so happy that you've pressed play and I really hope that you're enjoying these 12 days of Christmas. So this little treat box, you can hold quite a few different treats inside, whether you're wanting to give out gifts, candy, chocolates, you can fit so many different things in. I want to share with you, I actually received this from a team member, Sandy. She gave it to everyone who was attending the shoebox swap with our team. And yeah, so I've modified it a little bit from her design, but I just absolutely love it. So we are using the Shining Christmas DSP as well as the stylish shape dies. I've got the Simply Elegant trim. We have the Real Red and burlap ribbon. I am using the burlap ribbon. This is gorgeous with this project. The Mossy Meadow ink Sending Cheer bundle. And this is the Shining Christmas Specialty DSP. Now this is an online exclusive only. It's while stocks last. One side is foil paper and the other side is cherry cobbler designs. So really pretty. I love this DSP. It's perfect for all your Christmas crafting. So we're going to start off with the Mossy Meadow cardstock. This measures 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. We're going to score at 1 7/8 inch on all four sides. This is going to create the base of our box. And don't forget, there is a project sheet for this project that you can go over to my blog, there's a link in the description of this video to go over to my blog post, and you can download from the blog post. So we're just going to cut up to each of those score lines there. We will also just cut off a little bit of excess off each of these side tabs and miter cut as well. Now you don't have to be super, particular and making sure that they're all the same. It just cuts down a little bit of bulk when you're putting the box together. So that's all we're doing, is we're getting rid of some of the bulk and making sure that the box goes together a little bit better. So once we have all our cuts, we're going to end up with this sort of a template. Turn it around the right side, and then you're going to add your tear and tape or your adhesive of your choice, whether it's stamp and seal, your liquid glue, whatever you'd like to do. Just add those to those four tabs. And all you're going to do is you're going to fold it back, lining the edge of that score line to the edge of that tab that's left, or the side of the box. And you're going to do that on all four sides. And then we can get to creating the top of this box, which is so clever. We're using the stylish shape dies, and it's the second largest circle. Now what's really great is this actually has a great stitching look to it, which you can really actually, it is the second largest. I was right. And we're actually going to be cutting 4 of these, and also this little label out of the basic white thick cardstock. So let's do that. That's just for our little for me sentiment. So I'm going to die cut 2 of the circles with the foil paper facing up, and then I'm going to turn it the other way around. Because I'm using both designs, I really like the look of having the detailed stitching on the right side. So if it doesn't worry you, you can do all 4 out of the one side. You could also not use alternative sides, so you could use all 4 sides and glue them all together, and then you have the same top of the box. Completely up to you. I'll leave it up to however you would like to create this, but super easy. So on all these 4 circles, you're going to fold in half, and you're going to fold in half again. So you're just quartering each of these circles here. Oh, get it out, Tracy. Sorry about that, everyone. Once we have that done, we're going to actually cut up one of these score lines to the center. And what that's going to do is when we fold it over and adhere it, that is going to create the little fold over the top of the box. And we can glue all 4 of those together with some mini glue dots. Now, I suppose you could use liquid glue. Like you guys know, if you've been following me for a little while, I'd usually end up with liquid glue all over my hands, so I tend to use tear and tape a lot with my videos. It just works a little bit easier for me and for you guys. I'm not rushing off to go and wash my hands every 5 seconds. So we're going to take the tape off and then just fold it over, and then you have that little corner for each of those boxes. Making sure that if you're going to use alternates, that when you're popping them together, you end up with 2 of the cherry cobbler, 2 of the mossy meadow. Alright, once we have all 4 pieces, what we're going to do is we're going to stick them to the top of that box. And I think I've left this in. I made a mistake. What you're going to do is you want to add your 2 cherry cobbler ones down onto the top of your box, and then you're going to glue your 2 foiled pieces over the very top. And you're just going to add some adhesive or mini glue dots to each of those corners of the cherry cobbler piece, or whatever you're using. So if you're using the same design, you're just going to place 2 alternates down, and then add your adhesive over the top of each corner, and then place your other 2 pieces down. I make it hard for you, but you can learn from my mistakes. And I'm using mini glue dots, but like I said, you could use liquid glue. That would work just as well. And here is my mistake. Instead of leaving my 2 cherry cobbler ones down, I've gone and stuck my foil one over the top, and of course gone and put glue dots over the top of my foil, which I don't want to cover up that foil. I want them to go on top of the cherry cobbler. So because it's foil, it actually comes off really easily. So I didn't have any problem with those mini glue dots. They did come off without too much issue. But yeah, learn from my mistakes. Put your 2 opposite sides down first, add your little mini glue dots or your glue to each corner, and then place your other 2 opposite sides down over the top. And then, you know, that just makes it super easy. I do come in with my mini glue dots and add more adhesive to the sides. The one Sandy created, she didn't have anything on the sides, but I really liked the idea of, you know, the box lid being together and held together. Hers was a little bit more fluid, which, you know, it looks good, but like I said, that's your preference too. I like to add the glue to the sides, but you could leave them off as well. Once we have all 4 pieces together and it creates the top of the box, what we're going to do is we're going to add our little burlap ribbon through. So we're just going to pop the 2 sides down, and what I did is actually just created a knot on the inside of that box, tied it off, cut off down to the very end, and then you have that nice little ring pull, or, you know, it could actually sit on your Christmas tree. So, you know, maybe if you're giving jewelry, this could sit on your Christmas tree, and how good would that look? As long as it's not too heavy. It certainly, the bottom of the box sits well with the top of the box. So if you don't put anything too heavy in there, you'd be able to pop that on the tree, no problems at all. So we have our little knot. I've just taken off those little edges and then pushed it through. And then I'm just going to do the other side as well. You could also, you know, pull the hole through the whole 2 pieces in and tie them up together. That would work as well. Once we have that done, we can add that to the top of the box, and it fits snugly on because we have actually glued it over the top of the box. So that's a great way of having your lid always fit your box. So we're going to bring in the Mossy Meadow ink and that stamp from the Sending Cheer bundle, and we're just going to quickly stamp that little piece on. There's quite a few different sentiments that you could use from that set as well. And then I've paired it up with our silver from the Simply Elegant trim. And for this one, I'm just threading that through. I'm going to pop a mini, actually no, it's just a normal glue dot over the top of the box, so my tag actually sits in place. If you would like it to move around, you could certainly move it around. And then I'm just going to tie a nice little bow around that burlap ribbon, and it just sort of sets that box off. There are no embellishments on this. There's plenty of ribbon, plenty of twine, plenty of really pretty foil paper. So this actually looks so good, and so many different things that you could pop inside it as well. Also a great table favour. So don't forget, this is day 10 of 12 Days of Christmas. There is a blog post with the link of the blog post in the description of this video. Please go over and make sure you get your project sheet for this project. If you're in need of any supplies that I'm using on today's card, you can certainly purchase them in my online store, and I would love it if you did. I've got some wonderful benefits for all my customers each month, and I would love your support. Now, if you maybe already purchased from another demonstrator, maybe I would love it if you could give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit subscribe if you haven't done that as yet, and I hope to see you back for day 11 of the 12 days of Christmas. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye bye.